Chomp Time. Brought to you by the Medical Center of Southwest Louisiana and Women's and Children's Hospital.
Good morning and welcome to Chomp Time. My name is Andy Davis, joined again by the head coach of the Louisiana IceGators, head coach Don Murdoch. And Coach, welcome back, and a very exciting week for the IceGators. A lot of new faces, and you're going to tell us all about it. First of all, big trade went down this past weekend. Why don't you talk about that trade? Because a lot of people are asking about it and really want to know how you were able to pull it off.
Well, I'll tell you, they approached me. Mark Potvin approached me probably 3 days ago. I believe it was Friday morning. If I had interest in Nedemansky, and I mean, I said, Mark, who wouldn't be? But in the back of my mind, what's going on is, okay, he's going to want John Spoltore, he's going to want Chris Valisevic, or he's going to want something. And at that time, there was no way I could do something like that. And then he started, and first of all, I said to him, I says, those two guys are out of it. Are we still talking? He says, yes, we are. And, we mentioned a few names, and he had the ball rolling Friday, and I said, look, I'm getting prepared for a game. Let's talk Saturday morning. And Saturday morning, we were on the phone from 8 o'clock in the morning, going back and forth, different players, and he's asking for this, I'm asking for that. And we finally got it done. And Nedemansky's the type of player that has to be part of the puzzle that I think is going to make us a competitive hockey club, and he's a huge part of it. I mean, anytime you get a guy that can score goals like that, and I've seen him with John Spoltore, it's going to be exciting.
Well, the players you give up, of course, Ryan Gauthier and Ryan Pollock, two excellent young prospects, but as you always say, you got to give up something to get something good. And unfortunately, those two players in Mississippi right now, but they'll have a great opportunity to play out there.
Well, yes, Mark had, he had two of his big defensemen are out of the lineup, and he needed an offensive guy to play the power play, and Ryan Gauthier was one guy that I really didn't want to let go. He was a great young kid, and that's part of the big puzzle that had to go. And Ryan Pollock is a young kid that I believe can play in this league. Unfortunately, I wanted to see if he could score some more goals. They weren't coming as quick as I thought they would, and I figured I had to do something right away for this hockey club and to the fans that I have to get a legitimate goal scorer to work my power play with Spoltore, and like you said, you have to give something up to get something.
Well, Vashi Nedemansky is certainly a proven goal scorer, and the hockey world is so small, and of course you know his father and actually played with him, so tell us a little bit about that.
Well, yeah, that's right. His dad, Ned, which we call Ned, and I'm sure the players will call him Vashi, that I played with him with the Detroit Red Wings. As a matter of fact, we played on the same line, and I remember Vashi, we'd after practice, some of the guys would bring their their young children out and stuff like that, and Vashi brought out Vashi come on the ice at 10 years old. I'm seeing this kid whip around and stuff like that, and I mentioned it to Vashi after the trade, and so I remember you, Mr. Murdoch, and everything, and then of course his dad, Ned, is a scout for the Los Angeles Kings. He's the head scout for Europe for the Los Angeles Kings, so I used to see him in our scouting routes, and I just talked to him on the phone the other day, and he's really excited about having his son come here, and he's excited that he's going to be playing for me.
Certainly a small world, and we have some more new players to talk about. First of all, Jason McQuat coming back overseas, and talk about the work involved getting this gentleman back to the Louisiana IceGators.
Well, Jason's a player that was the top scorer on the team over there. So number one, I'd always inquired about how's he doing there and stuff like that. And he was the top scorer, but Europe's a different style of life, and Jason really loved it here, and he contacted one of the owners that to see if there was any chance he could come back, and then it was brought to my table, and I said, of course, anytime you can add a Jason McQuat to your lineup, a guy with heart, character, good size, he likes a rock and sock him type of a guy, and Jason's over there, like I said, top scorer, so he's over there and he's worked on his skills, so he's bringing us some more skill level, and he's going to be a great addition to this hockey club.
And one final addition, not really an addition, but an addition onto the ice. John DePourcq comes out of the front office onto the ice, played a couple games, scored a big goal the other night. Talk about having John, who of course is this week's player spotlight, but talk about having John in the lineup for you.
Well, John DePourcq, it goes back to training camp when he'd asked me if he could come out and try out, and at that time I got a guy that's 31, 32 years old, and hasn't played hockey in 2-3 years. I'm like, but I never hold a guy back. Sure, you want to come out there, but here's a guy who's a tremendous athlete. He's worked hard in the off season. He's just an all-around great guy in the community, great character guy again with the character players. He's got leadership qualities, and like I said, he played well in New Orleans, but I think he was just getting his legs, and then in Mobile he scored a huge goal for us, finally got one there, and he's a fan favorite, so we're looking for big things from John DePourcq.
We'll take a look at this week's player spotlight with John DePourcq. Obviously, great to see you back in the lineup. Talk about your first few games with the IceGators.
I had a lot of fun, Andy. Definitely game shape's a whole other thing from practicing and everything, so I still trying to get in game shape here, get used to the hitting again, but it was a lot of fun to be out there with the guys again, and definitely to win those 2 on the road was a big thrill, and hopefully we're on our way up now.
You mentioned getting hit, and of course, that's probably the biggest difference between practicing and games. So, first couple of checks you took up against the board against New Orleans. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I got up right close against those boards, hoping it wasn't going to hurt too much, but it got used to it. That first game in New Orleans, my legs were a little slow, a little heavy, but came around to Friday night, felt a lot better. So, get that first game out of the way now. To win those 2, we're ready to roll here.
Of course, you only played 3 games last year and took the entire year before off, so it's tough really getting back into shape. But you had been skating with the team. You went to training camp, so you must be in pretty good shape coming into to the playing start right now.
Yeah, I worked really hard over the summer as well. I work out at Reds a lot with the weights and stuff, and then also Scott Yerby at Quicker, Faster, Stronger really helped me out with my quickness as well. So all those things really helped me out when I came to training camp, made me that much better. And to be out for 2 years, definitely you lose a lot of the quickness and stuff like that. But Scott really helped me out and got some of that back, and then to go through training camp, I wasn't too far off, so all those little things helped out, and looking forward to a good year.
Well, it didn't take you long to get on the score sheet. First goal of the year on Friday in Mobile. Talk us through that goal a little bit, and must have been nice to get that first one of the season right there.
Yeah, it definitely was, that's for sure. It was just a nice play, actually a nice pass up the middle to Murphy there, and he just made a nice play. A defenseman came up to play him, and he slid it over to me, and it was a 2-on-1, and he's going hard to the net like he always does, and I just put my head down and shot it, and if it didn't go in, Murph would have been there for the rebound. So it was nice it went in for me though, and nice to get that monkey off the back.
Well, talk about your plans. Obviously, the plan right now is to be full-time as a player. Talk us what you expect for the rest of the year.
Well, I plan to play the whole season, and I'm going to work hard at that and still try and do some of my other duties though with the team as well, working with the community and the kids, and even try to go to the schools a little bit. So I'm looking forward, to be number one, be playing in front of my friends. I've lived here for 4 years now, and real excited about playing in front of our fans and friends of mine, and also my little boy Cody's a little bit older now, so he'll see Dad out there and know what's going on. So something Lori and I are real excited about, and looking forward to a great year.
Well, unfortunately, we lose you in the broadcast booth, so maybe we'll have you hooked up with a wireless mic in the next couple games.
Well, let's not get carried away there, Andy. There'd be a lot of grunts out there getting hit around, but no, it's a sad day, Andy, not being up there with you, but it's nice to be out on the ice, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Talk about the new head coach. Of course, your first year playing under head coach Don Murdoch, and how he's been as a coach for you so far this year.
Well, Don, the one thing that's been real good about Doc is he's positive to all the guys, and it's his first year as a coach, but he has Dennis Holland to help him out with the practices and things like that, and with Frank gone, he's had a little bit more responsibility on him now, trying to make decisions on players and all that as well. So he's the one thing that's been real great that I really like about him is being positive with the guys and communicating with them. I think that's a big part of it. At this level, you got to be having fun, and you can't always have. You got to know when to be hard on the guys and when not to, and he's been able to do that so far. So really like him, and happy to be playing for him.
I've been thinking lately. All things considered, I'm pretty special. I've had choices, made mistakes, but if I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't change a thing. I'll never be a size 6 again. I'm getting older. But these things aren't important. What is important are my needs, my health, and my children's health. These are things I'll never compromise.
Your life, your needs, your hospital. Women's and Children's Hospital.
It says here major changes are ahead for America's electric utility industry. Before you know it, outsiders will be stuffing my mailbox with all kinds of offers. But they won't offer what I've got now, a community where all the citizens own the utility. That gives me a voice when it comes to my electric service. If I have a question, I make a local phone call, not a 1-800 call. Outside companies have to answer to stockholders all over the world. My community-owned utility answers to me. The rates are pretty low, too.
LUS and you, good company. The new.
The all-new 99 Sierra, the truck for the 1%ers, those who want more. A more comfortable interior, a more powerful Vortex V8 engine, a stronger, stiffer, lighter frame.
The reviews.
99 Sierra is arguably the new state-of-the-art in the full-size truck business.
The deal.
Now get special Smart Buy or Smart Lease payments on all new 99 GMC Sierras. See your Cajun Country GMC dealers today.
Phil with Falks, did you know that? Falks has lowered prices on Kelly and Hallmark tires and custom chrome wheels. We've added more selection to our toolboxes, and we will continue to keep prices down. Come in and check out the new flex-top retractable truck canopy, steel cowl induction hoods, and chrome front bumpers. New stainless steel grill guards at the price of chrome. What a deal on stainless steel. Go to Falks, go to Falks, go to our 2 locations.
In Louisiana, values matter. Land matters. Friendships matter. And at Hibernia, service matters. The kind that brings value and convenience to you. Checking and savings accounts that actually give you something back. So why not switch to Louisiana's bank? We understand the things that matter most to you. Hibernia, where service matters.
Welcome back to Chomp Time. Andy Davis and the head coach of the IceGators, Don Murdoch. And time right now for our Rehab Excel training tips. This week, talking about chiropractors. And Coach, first trip, long bus trip, about a month ago. I know you were at a chiropractor probably for about a week coming back there, but it's a great asset to have a chiropractor in the locker room, be able to help out the guys a little bit, especially those like yourself that really have trouble with the back.
Well, like I have a history of a bad back, and it comes from playing in my New York Ranger days. I slid into a goalpost on a breakaway, and I kind of moved my spine the wrong way, so I have to go like once every 3 months to get it kind of straightened out a bit. But a chiropractor is a guy that comes in, knows how to work with guys' joints and that, because these guys are going at a full speed. They're getting hit. They're twisting their bodies. There's things that can snap out of place and stuff like that. And a chiropractor can come back. You need readjustments. It sounds funny, but that's what happens. Especially, like I say, a guy's at a full bore speed and gets hit. And I think it's a good part to have in the dressing room. And I know all the players enjoy having it.
Let's take a look at this week's Rehab Excel training tips.
Training tips brought to you by Rehab XL.
Hi, I'm Johnny Gomez, and today on Rehab Excel's Training Tips, I have Dr. Savoy here to talk about chiropractic and athletics. But first, Dr. Savoy, how long have you been with the IceGators?
I've been with the IceGators since the beginning. It's going on 5 years now, is that right?
I believe so, yeah, 5th year.
So this is the beginning.
Yeah. How did you really get involved with the IceGators?
Well, initially I met Dave Behrman at the beginning. He explained to me that they are used to using chiropractors in the northern leagues, and the players basically desire and require a chiropractor to be on the team. So he asked me to participate, and I was happy to help.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear.
Yes.
With the 5 years experience here, what kind of injuries have you seen, or how do you feel that you've helped with the guys?
Well, I play somewhat of a dual role. The players basically require a pregame warm-up where I make sure that they're functioning properly before they go out and skate. The second role that we play is one in treating injuries. I think if anybody's watched hockey long enough, they realize that there are quite a few injuries. So it actually is a dual role that we play.
Well, can you tell us a little bit about like the spine or anything like that you kind of help out with?
Sure. One of the most common injuries that we see are back problems, and I think there's a couple reasons for that. One, the nature of the sport is pretty rough and physical, obviously, as we know that. The second reason, though, I think, is mainly the posture that the ice skaters or the skaters are in most of the time. There's a couple of things that are involved. Number one, if you notice when a player is skating, he's always bending forward. That's a problem because all of the weight in the lumbar spine is pushed toward the back. Okay. And in that position is when that player is in his most vulnerable position. The second thing involved with the skater being in that position is he's always taking shots using a rotational move. And it's the combination of that bending forward and shooting in a twisting position that puts a lot of stress on his lower back. And I think over time, the player's spine, even though it may not be one big trauma, they end up getting a lot of little small traumas, so eventually the back start bothering them. So our goal then would be to try to make sure everything's functioning properly and advise the skater on strengthening type exercise and stretching exercises that would help him prolong his career.
Okay. What signs and symptoms do they usually occur? How do they know when they're starting to experience back problems or anything like that?
Well, obviously, it's usually a localized pain. If it's bad enough, the pain will actually radiate from that spot, sometimes down into the gluteus muscles, down into the buttocks, even down as far down as the leg sometimes. Anytime the pain persists for a couple of days or whatnot, typically the injury is the symptoms are pretty significant. So usually it starts out localized and then it starts to radiate as it gets worse.
Okay. Do you ever see anything higher up as far as maybe the neck or anything like that?
Yeah, that's probably the number 2 spot. Many of the players obviously get hit from behind, so what most people would consider almost a whiplash type injury, they'll have maybe several times throughout the game. So we also see a lot of neck conditions involving spasm and radiation of pain there too. Sometimes the pain gets bad enough to cause headaches, so a lot of players experience headaches, which is very, very common.
Doc, can you tell us a little bit about like the sacroiliac joint and how that plays a part in hockey?
Well, Johnny, as you know, the SI joint's used a lot when a skater's skating, or if any other athlete would be walking or running. And a lot of times if they have SI joint problems, then that skater doesn't seem to skate as fluently, or he can't make the turns that like he normally is used to making. So SI joints problems can be significant, and as you indicate, that we do see some SI joint problems too. That's also pretty common.
I know all about Women's and Children's Hospital. Once I came to see my grandma after she had surgery. I've been here lots of times. I even stayed overnight one time I had real high fever. But today I'm here to see someone that I don't even know. That's him, my new little brother. When I grow up, I want to work here so I can help people.
Women's and Children's Hospital, growing with you.
Their looks are as powerful as the performance they deliver. They are Yukon and Suburban, GMC's full-size sport utilities for $19.99. The dominating size, the muscular stance, and the fine detailing of a luxurious interior. It'll make you feel like you have the power to go anywhere. Feel the power. Drive a Yukon or Suburban by GMC. Your GMC dealer now has special smart lease or smart buy payments on Yukon or Suburban. So what are you waiting for? See your Cajun Country GMC dealers today.
What you doing, Frank?
Waiting for him to talk.
It's just a game. Frank.
Well, some nights I'm in here, and I swear, I can hear him talking.
We all have our demons, Frank.
Shh, quiet, you're gonna get us caught.
Charlie? Yeah? You hear something?
No.
Now?
No.
There's over $1 million waiting to be won at Players Island. Call now to receive your third clue. Your third clue to solving the 8-digit combination that'll crack our visible vault. Come and see the great pyramid of cash right before your eyes. To take it home, you need to guess the code. And if you want a clue to the code, you need to phone the number below. The $1 Million Visible Vault, only at Players Island Casino. Exit 29 on the I-10 in Lake Charles, Louisiana.
As a business owner, you know that you can spend big dollars on printing. That's why it's important to make the right choice when it comes to choosing your printer. Someone with integrity, quality, service, and delivery is what it's all about. At Express Printing, we can take your ideas from inception to completion all under one roof. From color brochures and posters to letterheads and business forms, Express Printing can make your business stand out among the competition. For attention to details and quality, remember Express Printing and Forms.
Welcome back to Chomp Time. Time now for our Ask the Gators segment. This week talking about Thanksgiving, and it's a great holiday to celebrate. Of course, I know you and the guys got together this past Thursday, Coach, for Thanksgiving, and must have had quite a big bird there to feed all those boys.
Oh boy, there's more than one bird, I'll tell you that. Yeah, you know, it's something we had to travel to Pensacola that day, and I know there's some single guys here and stuff like that. You want to make sure everybody gets. Thanksgiving to me is a big holiday, and it's kind of like having a good feast. So we went up to the Hotel Acadiana and had a feast with all the players and their wives and girlfriends, and headed on down to Pensacola, and you know, just lets everybody kind of get together and enjoy the holidays.
Let's take a look at what some of the IceGators had to say about Thanksgiving on this week's Ask the Gators.
Ask the Gators. Brought to you by the Medical Center of Southwest Louisiana and Women's and Children's Hospital.
Chris Bogus, this Thanksgiving season, what do you give thanks for this year?
My health and my good looks.
Anything else come to mind?
I don't know. I'm just happy to be here. There's a lot of trades going on. I'm just really thankful I'm still here and still getting the chance to play.
Stan, what do you give thanks for this season of the Thanksgiving Day holiday?
Well, I thank God for having me here in Louisiana. I guess it's a great spot to play. We're going to play in the East Coast League, and I have thanks for that.
Rob Sinclair, tell us what you did during your Thanksgiving Day holiday.
I spent most of the day with the guys. We cooked a turkey in our apartment, and didn't turn out too good, but we ate it anyway.
Jason, first appearance on the show this year. Obviously, you're thankful to be back. Anything else you're thankful for this Thanksgiving season?
Just that I'm able to come back, bring my wife back to see her parents for it, and then her oldest brother had the first baby of the family, since she's the godmother, so it's a real special Thanksgiving this year for our family.
I give thanks. My wife's pregnant, and I just hopefully everything will be healthy there, and give thanks that everything's going well right now. I got a nice house and nice place to live. Got a roof over my head and some clothes to wear and some food to eat.
What do you give thanks for this year?
My health, my friends, everything. Thanks to everyone. Like, winning an Academy Award, I'm thanking everyone.
Thanks that I'm still happy and healthy and that I got the opportunity and the gift to play hockey.
Well, it's not anywhere near any of those things, but I'm sure you're thankful that you have that new equipment and it looks very nice.
Well, there's an idea behind it. I'm trying to hypnotize the shooters and get them to shoot in the corner, so less work for me, and more wins for our team.
Poor Yuri.
Oh, you hate to see that happen.
Players in the NHL don't take that kind of abuse.
Someone make him stop!
So, being an instructor with the Navy SEALs isn't all it's cracked up to be.
You are getting desperate.
No, I'm always like this. I really have no chance with you girls, do I? Be honest, I could take it.
Yes, but we cannot.
You all are like angels, I tell you.
This guy is making me sick.
Hey, you're not the only one.
Fill with Falks. Did you know that? Bed covers. Falks has fiberglass that comes in black or painted to match your factory color. Heavy-duty aluminum roll top or the no-drill clamp-on vinyl at the right price. Nerf bars in black, chrome, and stainless steel at a real good deal. Falks has hitches, tailgates, headache racks, bumpers, and a large selection of grill guards in chrome, black, and stainless steel. Go to Falks, go to Falks, go to our 2 locations.
Beacon Alarms, putting security in a whole new light. Beacon Alarms, putting security in a whole new light.
Mexican restaurant and cantina. Dine in an authentic Mexican atmosphere. Huevenos, camarones, surenos, enchiladas, burritos, sizzling fajitas, and more. Enjoy the daily lunch specials, appetizers, soups, salads, desserts, and el menú para los niños. Join your friends on the patio or sing until the donkeys come home with karaoke in the cantina. Picante Mexican Restaurant and Cantina. I-49 North at the Gloria Switch exit.
Goals of the Week, sponsored by Beacon Alarms.
Palacevic gets it behind the net, walks out in front, throws it through the crease, shot on the far side, saves Saleko, rebound, score! DePourcq setting up the power play. 9.5 left in the stanza. Sinclair in front, shot, score! Murphy taps it home. There's Gauthier into the pilot zone. Weaves away from some bodies now. Carries in a shot and he scores!
Hey, get a load of the old timer.
That there is the legendary Radio Robert.
Who?
20 years ago, he was unstoppable. Had a slap shot you could hear but could not see, hence the nickname Radio.
Yeah, well, they can call him Rusty Robert now. Hey, Rusty!
Don't say it, Tony.
Still got that shot, Tin Man? Let's see it.
Oh.
Punk.
Hey, maybe you should be a goalie, Tony. Tony?
The all-new 99 Sierra, the truck for the 1%ers, those who want more. A more comfortable interior, a more powerful Vortex V8 engine, a stronger, stiffer, lighter frame. The reviews. 99 Sierra is arguably the new state-of-the-art in the full-size truck business. A deal. Now, get special Smart Buy or Smart Lease payments on all new 99 GMC Sierras. See your Cajun Country GMC dealers today.
There's over $1 million waiting to be won at Players Island. Call now to receive your third clue. Your third clue to solving the 8-digit combination that'll crack our visible vault. Come and see the great pyramid of cash right before your eyes. To take it home, you need to guess the code. And if you want a clue to the code, you need to phone the number below. The $1 Million Visible Vault, only at Players Island Casino. Exit 29 on the I-10 in Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Hi, I'm Al Laviolette with Friends of Motors in Abbeville. Friends of Motors is a 5-star Chrysler, Plymouth, Dodge, and Jeep dealer. We treat our customers the way we want to be treated and give the best service after the sale. Come see Jude Perry, Norman Broussard, or myself, Al Laviolette, for a great deal and good service at Friends of Motors. We're located on the bypass in Abbeville. Monsieur et mesdames et mes chers amis, n'ayez voir à Friends of Motors aujourd'hui.
For holiday gift giving, think jewelry from Bayou State Pawn and Jewelry. New jewelry, estate pieces, loose diamonds, wedding mountings, and jewelry repair while you wait in most cases. Let Bayou State Pawn and Jewelry make that one-of-a-kind ring for the bride-to-be. Quality and service at a great price. Members of the Jeweler Board of Trade thank Bayou State Pawn and Jewelry for that special gift with 2 locations in Lafayette and 1 in New Iberia.
Welcome back to Chomp Time. Time to close out another week here with the head coach of the IceGators, Don Murdoch. And Coach, kind of a light week coming up, a pair of games up in Arkansas. And I know yourself, along with everyone else, really looking forward to seeing the new building up there, the Alltel Arena. Of course, some problems at the start of the year, but it's all fixed and ready to go. Yeah, from my understanding, it's a beautiful facility. And like I said, they're a new team. They came into our building and grabbed one from us. So we'd like to go up there and return the favor. And like I said, whenever you get a new team into the league, everybody's kind of, even the guys that have been here, it's exciting for them to go to the new building and see what it's going to be like. Well, speaking of new buildings, this past week, of course, you got the first chance to look at the new New Orleans Arena. That was just a fantastic building, NHL quality through and through. Oh, absolutely. I mean, that facility was phenomenal. I've never, like you said, you just hit the head on the nail, is that it's a facility that you know that they didn't build for this league, and I know that through talkings that there could be an NHL team there relocate soon. We'll keep our eyes on that. For now, we'll see everyone next week. Coach, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you again next Sunday morning. Great. Thanks for having me, Andy. And see everyone else right here on Chomp Time.
Chomp Time was brought to you by the Medical Center of Southwest Louisiana, Women's and Children's Hospital, Cajun Country GMC dealers, Bud Light, and Fox.